Thinking of collecting your railroad retirement and then consulting to that railroad? You better watch this video. Welcome everyone to another edition of the Highball Advisors Railroad Retirement Whiteboard. My name is John McNamara of Highball Advisors, and today we're going to talk about consulting to the railroad, right? So what's great about railroads, you guys have a lot of institutional knowledge, but a lot of you like to retire also. So you say, well, I can retire, collect my railroad retirement, and then go consult to a railroad, maybe the railroad I worked for, or maybe another railroad. So you can't do that. So there's ways to things you have to do if you're going to consult, go into a consulting practice, okay? Because the big challenge is, right, if you go consult for a railroad, you might be connected to that railroad, in which case you can't collect your railroad retirement annuity. All right, so that's what we were talking about here. You're looking to retire and collect your railroad retirement, okay, and consult to a railroad or railroads, okay? And this is what you have to do. So you need to complete the AA4 form, all right? So basically, the Railroad Retirement Board wants to check out this relationship, measure it, see if it works. I think I have a copy here. Yeah, this form here, the AA4, it's multiple pages. They're going to ask you a lot of questions, things in there. You know, who you are, who you're working for, how are you compensated? That's very important. Supervising, structure, right? Or you might be a consultant, but it sure looks like you're an employee. So that's important. And even the contract details. How's that relationship working? So that's all going to be in that AA form. You have to submit it into the RRB, and they're going to approve it. And then that way your consulting relationship is above board in the eyes of the railroad retirement. All right, so here are your warnings. All right, services performed exclusively for an indefinite period. Okay, that sounds like an employee, right? Indefinite period, as opposed to a consultant who has a contract for a limited term. Okay, there's no consultants that have an indefinite contractual period, so to speak. Okay, not supervised or integrated into the staff or operations. All right, you're basically your own boss, so to speak. Obviously, they write you the check, but all of a sudden, hey, I'm taking all these orders. You're really acting like an employee. You're talking to them. There's that type of relationship. So that kind of looks like an employer-employee relationship. All right, and then the consultant services performed exclusively for individual company for an indefinite period may be an LPE, right? That last previous employer. So that's one of those big issues, is that last previous employer, in which case your Tier 2 portion is going to get reduced by $1 for every $2 earned, right? Last previous employer, that's the penalty for Tier 2, up to 50% of your Tier 2 annuity. So, so here's what you want to do. Before claiming railroad retirement, you know, check it, fill out that AA4 form, right? But you might have that LPE issue also, last previous employer issue. So look into that also before you claim your railroad retirement. And then in railroad retirement, you might not be able to file if you're deemed working for the railroad. All right, so that's the thing that we're all trying to figure out here in this relationship is, can I collect my railroad retirement and still consult? And you know, even if you say to yourself, oh, this looks fine, this looks above board, get that form filled out. You know, make sure everything's good. Even if you're not going to say, okay, well, I'm going to retire and then I'll consult for a couple years, then collect my railroad retirement. Well, you don't know exactly when you're going to collect your railroad retirement, because things come up in life, and maybe you need that railroad retirement income to help out with emergency expenditures. Now, you might have to give up your consulting position and to collect railroad retirement, or vice versa, and you might need both those incomes. So I'd rather just go everything above board. And remember, just a little bit of warning, if the Railroad Retirement Board, if you're doing consulting and collecting your railroad retirement, they're going to ask for you to pay back that annuity with interest and penalties. All right, so, you know, a 30-year railroader, you know, that could be $60,000 you got to come up. And then you throw interest and penalties on that if they come back to a year later. So always cross the T's, dot the I's. That's a good way to live by. All right, so I hope you found this video helpful. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, especially those railroaders at or near retirement, thinking about doing things like this. Go through that in my Boarding for a Railroad Retirement process. Click on the notification bell to get the latest video. And until next time, everyone, please stay safe, stay on track, and take care. So long, everybody. Bye.